Hello. So, being as a few of you have asked, I will do a walk around today on the Transit 4x4. A lot of you haven't seen it all because things happened, and a few of you have. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a walk around today on how it is sitting, how it is, and yeah. So, that I think is what the finished front bumper is going to look like. With the lights and stuff. I probably add more lights, but yeah, not sure yet. Might not be bright enough. So I still need to make, what they do? Gearbox pipes. Because the original gearbox cooler goes there behind the normal bumper. But as you can see, there's not a lot of room by there no more. And I think it would get caught on things. So I bought one off, a different one, which is the same shape as the power steering cooler, which is tucked up with it, which is tucked up and behind there, as you see, behind the winch and stuff like that, with the hidden winch. So I will be putting the gearbox cooler behind there as well, but I obviously need to make those pipes different. I now do have a fuse box cover wherever it's gone, but there, so my fuses won't get wet. ECU is in there, all sealed up, and that is the earth for the ECU, because I realised that when I put the plastic box on, it wouldn't start, but it had been running before, so I was confused about that. So I thought, yeah, maybe it might be an earth, and it was. I've got now the thing for that. It's like a breather thing that goes into the intercooler pipe, or not the intercooler pipe, the air intake pipe. I lost that somewhere. But she is all running. Obviously I can't start it up today because that cooler's off and it dumps a load of oil everywhere, which is not nice. But that's the winch bumper. That comes off separate to the, whatever that's called. What's that thing called? Sump guard, or steering guard, or whatever you want to call it. As you see, it protects the steering arms and stuff. So, yeah, I think she looks quite mean. So I'm still undecided of whether to go full-on Mad Max with it, or just actually get it done. But the sort of thing I'm going for is like chains and stuff. So like they'll be welded up there. But I do have to paint it first because I think it'll be a ball ache to mask everything up. So onto the inside. The inside now has two lovely electric leather Range Rover seats. All the carpets in, the brake pedal works, the accelerator pedal works, and it's a nice seating position. Let me try and get up in there first, because yeah, as you see, right, yeah, just imagine now, that is the bottom of my belly where the hair grows, yeah? That is the same height as the step. That just goes to show how tall this is. If I had a tape measure, I'd measure it for you just so you know. I'm too fat for this. So, let me move these things out of the way a minute so I can sit on my poo. Comfy. So, yeah, the steering's all connected. Range Rover clocks are in here, and they work. So I think the battery's connected a minute. No, the battery's disconnected. But the Range Rover clocks work. The wiring loom for the Transit is still in here, which means I still got all the heater controls, radio, headlights, indicators, brake lights, blah, 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 everything that the Transit needs. And then I got the Range Rover ECU with the Range Rover wiring loom in here and the Range Rover body control module. Because that thing controls everything. So, believe it or not, the clocks are just for show, basically, because the clocks are all inside that. So it just literally sends a signal up to tell that where it is, instead of like a normal one where the engine will tell that. It all goes through the body control module, which is a pain in the bottom because I've had to run all these wires. The same with like the electric seats. It all runs through the body control module. The gearbox, which is that plug, which I haven't plugged in yet, obviously, that all goes through the body control module. And along with the ECUs under there. So the ECUs are hidden under the seat. The battery is hidden under this seat. And I'm sitting on a bolt and that's hurting my bottom. But yeah, as you see, all that's in. I did take it all back apart again because I was running the keys. The keys, yeah, it's going to be 2 keys. So Transit key and Range Rover key. And I can't remember which one. It's been a while now, so I can't remember which one actually starts it. I think it's that one or that one. One of them start. I do know it starts. Automatic gearbox linkage. So I'm glad I went for an auto in a way, because if it was a manual, I'd have had to put it up there somewhere. Because yeah, but where it is now, because it's auto, it's literally just that cable that goes to the gearbox, and then these wires that go wherever I want them to go. So the position of this now, so when I'm sat by here, obviously that's my driving position, blah blah. The gear stick is right by there. And it's being an auto, the only thing you really need to do is duh or ruh. And then obviously that side is high low. But the high-low is controlled by the ECUs, not by that stick. Or linkage, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be tidied up in here with the wiring and stuff. There's going to be... So what my plan is have like some sort of box. It's hard to like draw with your hand there. So it's all going to look neat. It's not going to all be seen like this. So it's going to be like a centre console with the original Range Rover thing on top of it, the lights up and stuff like that to tell you what gear you're in. And then there'll be like a flat face thing by here, which will have control dials and stuff, or some dials in it maybe, like water temperature. Well, I don't need that actually because it's there. Or whatever, boost gauges or something like that, do you mean? One of these things I bought off, not Timo, the TikTok shop. Tyre pressure monitoring system, which is pretty cool to be fair. You put those on your dust caps and then it tells you, look at it, tells you what pressures they are. Obviously it's not turned on now so you can't see it. So that will be in some configuration by there, I think. And then because I will be using it off-roading, Transit cup holders are rather rubbish. They're not very good at holding things. So when you go off-roading, things will, as you can see, the splashes and everything all over this, yucky. I think all Mark 6 Transits are the same. So I was going to put a Mark 7 dash in here because they got the nicer cup holder things, but they haven't they? But yeah, again, they fall out. So there'll be some nice deep cup holders by there. Obviously one for Hunter as well, on either side. And it's just going to like, probably come to about by there. So boxed in by there nicely. So it's getting rid of those. And then like, yeah, somewhere to put my bag of chips or something when we go up a mountain, innit? So I think that's pretty much it for inside. I say the seats are in. The back is still a mess. I do need a side door if anybody knows of anyone. It's a medium wheelbase, medium top Transit, because they are all different sizes. As you see, there's a big whomping dent in the middle. When I picked up my old sandblaster, which I sold, it kind of fell over and beat the door. So yeah, that's the inside a minute. I'm going to put a rock and roll bed by here. I'm going to make one. So when me and Hunter go up a mountain, we can stay up there if we want to do. Right, I'll try and get back out a minute now. Out, dying. So I will go on to now the suspension of it and the steering. So the steering arms, obviously as you've seen inside, is the original transit to be there. Then that is a linkage off the other Range Rover. Then I made a thing there, like a bearing thing to hold it in place. Then there's the original Range Rover bottom one. So obviously Transit has got a steering rack. Range Rover has got a steering box. So that was a bit of a bugger to make because the angle of it is, yeah, as you can imagine. So I had to move it over from where it originally is to there so we can get some shape. Look at the angles on it. But it all does work, so it don't matter. I had to alter the brake pedal, didn't I, to make it fit to the Range Rover thing. Obviously I had to alter the accelerator pedal to be in the right position. And now it literally stops just up against the carpet. See? That's where it stopped, but it's mint. Suspension. Suspension is Discovery 1 or 2? No, Discovery 1. 300 TDI springs, lift ones, with the terra firma shocks. And I did alter, I don't know where you'll be able to see it. No, because I built all the inner arches. So I altered the shock, the spring mount to be lower down, so I get more height again. So like I say, these are 39-inch tyres, and that's how high the van is without the ramp. Same again with the rear. The rear has got Discovery 1 lift springs, and then I made those things, which I have noticed, I got pointed out by someone, Evan Miller, who's a very, very good car builder. And I didn't notice until I seen the video, to be fair, that doesn't look strong enough. So I'm going to be triangulating a plate onto the side of there, because that's a solid plate. And then mounting that to the side of that so it's stronger. Because the last thing I want is that boinging off. I had to extend these, the panhard arms, so the wheels stay in the centre of the vehicle. Same again with the front end. And I did notice one issue. Oops. Oops. Yeah. So I'm going to be making a stopper, yeah? But at least then, still enough to get in. Because like I say, it's just going to be a rock and roll bed in there. So it only needs to be able to fit me and Hunter through it. So that doesn't matter. I'm not sure what else to show. Apart from, yeah, it's there, isn't it? It moves forward and backwards slightly, but the gearbox is dead, so I got to put that in. I should have done that when I changed the chassis over, because, yeah, that's one thing I've done, is change the chassis over to a limousine chassis to make it legal. But, yeah, that's how she sits a minute. Oh, yeah, remember my fuel cap? I love my fuel cap. My Dove hole. And then I'm going to, where is it to? I got it there somewhere. There. I'm going to put that on there then, like that. Just like Mr. Bean. The only thing is, that might do my head in. Driving down the road, it might be a bit clattery when the door is there. So, yeah, fun times, isn't it? But yeah, that's pretty much how it sits a minute. I say 2 keys. She's going to be a bugger if I lose one, isn't it? My night heater. for when it's cold. Oh, might as well bring them down by you now. So that's the ignition for the Range Rover. And then that is the ignition for the Transit. As you see, it says on. So then this is the starty uppy one, but I'm not starting it up because there's oil everywhere. Oil will all come out of the gearbox thing. But yeah, it does start, trust me, it do. But yeah, that's it. Better I get a 2U bin in it, I will be able to show more detailed things of how I make things. But at the minute, I'm just literally with my hands a minute, so it's a bit hard because, yeah, I've got 2 hands and, well, yeah, basically not enough hands. So I can't show how I'm doing stuff, but I can tell you how I've done stuff and maybe show some little things now and again. But I will get there. I'll get there eventually. Oh yeah, I did have a bit of a tidy up in here too, as you can see. So I had to because you were shockingly rubbish in here. Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching, guys. I do really appreciate the support. If you could do me a favor and press subscribe for me, that would do me a massive favor. Like, it doesn't cost you nothing to do. Oh shit, I didn't get, no. I gotta hide away from her. So it doesn't cost you nothing to do. Just literally presses a button, but it helps me out a lot. And then I will see you again. Bye.